Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to your September 2025 prediction. So, this is for my Aries Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. So, whether you follow sidereal astrology, Vedic astrology, Western astrology, whatever signs you associate with, whichever systems you follow, if you clicked on this reading, this is for you. So, I have pre shuffled your oracle cards, tarot cards, everything so that we can jump straight into your messages. So, if you are ready, let's dive into what's coming for you in the month of September 2025. And we will going to begin with the astro dice, and then we will jump into the cards that we have already pre-shuffled for you. Okay, so are you ready? Take a deep breath in and relax. Sit back, enjoy, listen to all the messages with an open heart. Sometimes we receive messages that we don't want to hear, but we need them for our greatest and highest good. So trust and believe that if you clicked on this video, if you're watching this, there are some messages in here for you. Okay, so let's jump in. And with this astrology, we are going to look at what is the overall theme, what is the major focus for you in the month of September 2025. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so we have North Node in the third house in Libra. So let's talk about this North Node in Libra. So North Node deals with karmic lessons, destined goals, our destined experiences, and all those things, right? Life lessons. So you are learning how to show up in relationships, because Libra is about relationships, equal partnerships. It could be also about spouse for some, or a romantic partner for some, business partner, right? So you are learning the balance between focusing on the self and showing up in your important relationships. And being an Aries, there's a huge lesson that you need to learn this month. It is not bad to focus on your own goals or your own principles or your own routines or whatever that is, but you have to look out for any selfish tendencies that you might have. Be honest with yourself. Like, are you pouring into your relationships, or are you just making it all about yourself with this North Node in Libra? Okay, with the third house of communication here, I feel that you are learning to communicate better in relationships as well. Yeah, so with this North Node in third house in Libra, it tells me one of the major themes and focus for you is that you are learning how to communicate better in your important relationships. Okay, how to, it could even be also about learning how to be more diplomatic and how not to sound more selfish, because you can protect your own interests, but you don't have to be rude or angry or mean. Yeah, you are learning how to communicate better in your relationship. And some of you might have career in the fields of communication with this third house, or you might have some career in the field of law, justice, something like that, some sort of policy making. Maybe you're in that kind of position. Whatever that is, it feels like with your North Node, some important karmic lessons are happening for you this month. Okay, on these two sides, I have actually placed your under the deck energy. So for your tarot cards, under the deck energy is the Queen of Pentacles. There is no need to sacrifice, you can have it all. Okay, so Queen of Pentacles is financially secure. She's financially secure, she is independent, she takes care of herself, her money, her body. Like, she's just golden. Okay, and with this Libra energy here and the North Node, you might be learning some lessons around how to balance your professional life and your personal relationships, especially with a business partner or a spouse or a romantic partner. It could be for some, like any close relationship that you might have, like friends or family, but mainly it looks like that you are learning how to balance your personal relationships and professional relationships. And you are definitely learning to communicate better. And if you are in a field where communication is required, you are definitely stepping up your communication game with this, okay? Also with this Libra energy. And we also have the card here, divine timing. So this also looks similar to this North Node energy. So you might have been waiting for certain results in your career, in your workplace. So you're also being guided to trust the process and have some patience. And I know how Aries people are. My mom is an Aries, so I know her very, very closely. So with this divine timing card and this North Node card, if something has not happened yet for you that you have been waiting for, or if you don't get the results that you want, right? Just look out for power struggles a bit here, okay? The guidance here for you is don't be restless, don't be rash in your decisions, mind your words, okay? Let's see what we have in your tarot cards first, and then we'll look into the oracle. So first we have judgment. Yes, all the signs say that you are exactly where you're supposed to be. So as I said that with this North Node, divine timing, and Queen of Pentacles, I see that for a lot of you, you might be anticipating some results, some gains, maybe some raise, appraisal, right, in your workplace, or maybe you have applied for a job opportunity or something, or you may have been applying to different jobs or something, and you're like, will I ever be able to make it? The answer is yes. Okay, this card has all the signs say that you're exactly where you're supposed to be. And also the traditional meaning in the judgment card is all about having some sort of wake up call. So all the messages are pointing toward this North Node energy here. So you are gaining more clarity on your purpose, your career path, and you are learning how to balance your personal and professional life as well if you are going through some struggles, okay? Then we have Ace of Pentacles. Yes. Wow, what an abundant opportunity. This is literally a yes. So what I was saying earlier, if you have applied for jobs, you might be getting a call, an answer, okay, or you might be getting some sort of opportunity to apply to maybe a dream job or something like that, okay? Or you might be coming up with an idea that you are like ready to take action on when it comes to your career or job, right? So this feels very destined, and it looks like to me that you might have a career, or you might want to build a career in a field which requires communication and dealing with other people. Yeah, so with communication, this could be like anything like journalism, doing something on social media. With the Libra energy here, this could be for some like justice, law, government, even something on those lines, okay? So yeah, the biggest theme that I see here is in terms of your career or job opportunities. Okay, so we have the Nine of Wands in reverse. Okay, so it would take a hell of a lot more to defeat you. Yeah, so definitely I feel that you have been on a long journey, maybe finding a job or finding that appraisal, finding that opportunity, or maybe again, like for some it could be taking your business off the ground, okay? Yeah, because the Queen of Pentacles energy could be the boss energy, right? So some of you might also be like entrepreneurs, and it looks like that you have been in this long journey, and with this divine timing it feels like you have been really, really patient. And the Judgment card says that you are on the right track, okay? You are on the right track. Look at all the signs, all the positive things that you see. Just put it here. Yeah, so very, very beautiful energy. Okay, and then we have Eight of Cups. Okay, if your life feels stale, explore some new sceneries. So with Eight of Cups, there's something you need to walk away from. Okay, if your life feels stale, explore some new sceneries. So this could be a strategy. Maybe it's just a literal meaning. Maybe you are working on the same desk in the same environment. Like it's, you can take it as like a literal meaning to switch up the scenery, to like maybe spruce up your working space a little bit, move around furniture, make your space more aesthetic a little bit, like something that makes your work feels more inspiring. Your work life, your career life is the biggest focus in the month of September. Okay, so anything that makes you feel uninspired, whether it is a situation, whether it's a person, whether it is talking to someone, okay, doing something, you need to walk away from it. Okay, and especially since it is the cups energy, anything that drains your emotional energy, right, you have to walk away from it. You will know what that is. And again, with this north node in Libra in the third house, so if it is like, if you are going back and forth in some sort of emotional situation, argument with like a loved one or something, you might need to walk away from that situation, or you might need to distance yourself from that person if that's possible. Again, let's say just a toxic friend, right? Yeah, so you need to walk away from someone, and you don't have to literally cut somebody off. For some that might be true, but for some you can be just a little bit more diplomatic in your approach. You, because let's say if it's a loved one, a close family member, even if for some, if it's, let's say, like a romantic partner or something, you might want some time off, and you can communicate that in a diplomatic way so that they don't feel bad, but you still need to have your boundaries here. Okay, yeah, so for some that could be the case. Now let's see what we have in your oracle cards. We have inner strength and shadow work. Once again, giving me the North Node energy, because let me tell you, North Node is like getting out of your comfort zone. Okay, and you might want to check which sign your North Node is in. It will give you some idea of where you would need to focus more on. Okay, so whatever sign that your North Node is in, you might need to focus on those areas. So for example, my North Node is in the sign of Pisces, okay, in the 10th house. So when the North Node is in Pisces, how I see that is that you have to learn to surrender to the divine. You have to learn to accept your spiritual gifts. You have to learn to see the bigger picture in every situation. You have to be the bigger person in every situation. And trust me, it can be very, very exhausting and difficult sometimes, because sometimes you are like, you just want to throw a tantrum and don't want to be a bigger person. Okay, and so that's a lesson. So I literally see with this shadow work and inner strength, I feel that your focus in the month of September is your career. And while you are, waiting to hit that big goal in your career, you might also be struggling to balance your relationships. Maybe you are spending most time at work, or, finding on making things work in your career, something like that. And maybe you have a partner, family member, friends who want your time, your energy. Maybe there's a lack of boundaries. Maybe you don't really communicate that you need some alone time, that you won't be able to hang out on the weekends, things like that. And with the shadow work and inner strength, it looks like that you have been going through a little bit of emotional turmoil, like your emotion, like you must have been going through some difficult experiences that maybe are making you doubt yourself. Because again, we have the Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands is like someone who is on a long, difficult journey, someone who has been fighting a lot of fights, but this is in reverse. So, what that means is that fight is coming to an end, but there must be things that you still need to do. There are lessons that you still need to learn and integrate, because there's one thing about learning a lesson, but how do you apply that to your real life? Okay. So, that is something. So, for example, let's say with divine timing, patience, you know that, okay, I have to surrender. But what does that look like in your everyday life, depending on what situations you are dealing right now in this moment? Okay. Yeah. So with the shadow work and inner strength, I would say this is the time to go a little bit inwards, right? Journal, meditate, ask for help. Like if you have a coach, a therapist, even like you coming to this reading, watching the reading, this is like you are trying to sort certain things out. That's the vibe that I'm getting here. Okay. Yeah. And I have some love messages here for you. So we will see when it comes to relationship, is there a particular message, a particular thing that you need to know? And yes, when I pulled cards from this deck. This was under the deck energy. Spend some time alone. It will help you gain clarity on your relationship. Spend some time alone. It will help you gain clarity on your relationship. So, if you are dealing with a stressed relationship, again, it could be a relationship with like a partner, romantic partner, spouse, friend, maybe, or some other close relationship in your life. Maybe again with this Eight of Cups energy, it's not that you are removing them from your life, but you might need to distance yourself from them. Again, with the North Node and third in the in this Libra energy, you might need to maybe stop communicating altogether, or you just need to distance yourself a little bit to do your inner exploration, right, for some time, so that you have more clarity. So let's see what we have. Okay, we literally have the card Destiny, and we have Celebrate. So the reunion with your twin flame is a destined event. And then we have Celebrate. Today, celebrate the love you share with those who matter most. So the energy that it's giving me is, it feels like not heavy, but it feels very spiritual in a sense. It's like you are doing a lot of personal growth work here, and this is your spiritual guided message. Okay, and I don't know how to pronounce this, but I think it is Anima Mundi. Okay, so this card is all about acceptance. So this card talks about sacred abundance, like, those situations in life. I think in this month you are in a mental and emotional state where you are accepting a lot of things, be it work, be it relationships. You are unlocking some of your biggest goals when it comes to your destiny. So, this could be a destined relationship, it could be a destined job, opportunity, business, something like that. And with this divine timing card, I feel like things are happening at maybe a slower pace than what you would have wanted it to. Okay. But with this Queen of Pentacles energy, it is telling me that there's no need to worry. New opportunities are coming your way, right? You are exactly where you need to be, and you are secure. You don't have to worry about your material stability. And when we say material stability, it could be financial, it could be in terms of relationship, living situation, home. Okay. But this month is calling for you to do some shadow work. You need to have some alone time, and this does not mean that you are not working on your goals. This does not mean that you're not talking to anyone. You are doing all of that. But this is the time where you focus a little bit on, like, how exactly you're feeling, what these experiences, what this North Node energy is teaching you, what is happening in your life that is pushing you out of your comfort zone. What is it teaching you about yourself, about life? Okay. And again, with this Destiny in Celebrate, I feel that for some of you, in terms of love, even if you are with someone, or maybe if you are at a distance with someone, I feel like soon you will be reunited with them and there will be something to celebrate. And for some, it could be just you getting that, offer, that opportunity, that job proposal, something that you are celebrating with the loved one. And sometimes you could very well be with the person you love, but there is that emotional distance. If that has been the case, I would say that things are looking very, very positive here. Okay. But and again, with the Ace of Pentacles, if you don't resonate with the career energy, then for some you could also be getting proposed to with this Ace of Pentacles card. Okay, so if for you the main focus is maybe the relationships, then I would say that you are getting that proposal very soon. If not this month, then definitely in the upcoming months, 100%. Because this month could be more about maybe being at some distance and working on your shadow self, working on your emotions, understanding what is that you actually want in a relationship. Okay, with this Judgment card, maybe it's teaching you having some patience, and for some you could be wanting more time with a loved one, maybe taking the next step in a relationship. Okay, and your person might be going through this shadow work. they might be working on themselves, they might be working on their career, securing their bag, and the universe is asking to be more patient with them. With this Libra energy, maybe they are struggling to balance their relationship and their career goals or something like that, right? So that could be for some of you. Take it however it resonates, just your inner voice. Okay, so this is what I have for you for the month of September. Also, make sure that you watch the readings and the predictions for your sun, moon, rising, and Venus. Okay, it will give you a more big picture view of what exactly is happening for you, or what exactly is the guidance for you in the month of September 2025. And especially if you are more concerned with like love relationship, I would say check out which sign your Venus is in and watch the September prediction for that. Okay, and if you like this reading, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and make sure your notification bells are turned on. If your particular sign has not been uploaded yet, it will be uploaded in the next 3-4 days. So yeah, I am uploading slowly all the signs, but you will have your reading for each and every single zodiac sign before we step into September. Okay, so I will see you in your next reading. Bye bye.